if we're still alive, like God isn't finished with us. Like, um, we don't know his plans, God, so to speak. That's the power, of the Christian message, which is there in you know all the great religions, is the power of peace essentially. And because he gave up the sword, he stopped retaliating against people, violently, and he suffered because of it. But something that Nietzsche talks about is, and I think it's absolutely true, is that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. There's that famous saying, which has even been made into like songs. Uh, our life, and our efforts and our qualities are perfected through suffering, because it refines us. There's a quote I want to read here. It's from Meister Eckhart. He wrote, "Mark it well, all you who ponder and are given to reflection. Your swiftest steed on the path to perfection is suffering." And the thing about suffering is that it provides us with the ability to find a deeper meaning in life. Um, because if we don't go through anything and we're constantly trying to avoid suffering, our whole lives, um, then life, feels kind of cheap and empty. But suffering provides weight to our lives, and it is possible to find meaning and find salvation, whatever that means, redemption, um, through suffering in the worst possible circumstances. Because, there's stories like Viktor Frankl, who wrote Man's Search for Meaning, um, who suffered tremendously and witnessed other people suffering in the concentration camps. But um, he found a way through, a path through, which was the space between stimulus and response. That space of choice, this, which is the seed of freedom, right? The ability to choose how we are going to respond. Are we going to respond with violence? Are we going to respond with hatred, self righteousness, or self pitying? Or are we going to respond with love? Um, and in that space, we actually, that is the space of freedom, of our free will. I don't believe this idea, that everything is determined and we don't have free will. I believe we do. These days are difficult for sure, but um, God isn't finished with us yet.